Public Service Cabinet Secretary Justin Muturi has pushed President William Ruto to the wall. He has actually placed the president between a rock and a hard place because of this.
Public Service Cabinet Secretary Justin Muturi now says he has written to President William Ruto, excusing himself from the cabinet meetings until abductions and extrajudicial killings are addressed at the executive level of government. Muturi says silence to the matter has made the cabinet complicit to the enforced disappearances of Kenyans. The former Attorney General maintains that he will not resign from government despite national government administration officers skipping his event in Mombasa.
Jambo lazima lizungumziwe katika baraza la mawaziri, na kama lizungumziwe mimi nahofia kutofanya vile inaonyeshana kama Wakenya ama dunia mzima itachukulia kama vile baraza la mawaziri pia linaunga mkono hilo jambo la utekaji nyara. Sasa ule mtu ambaye anakashifu jambo hilo ndiye anatakiwa kutoka ama ni nani anatakiwa kutoka? Ule ambaye ananiambia nitoke basi anasema anaunga mkono utekaji nyara na kuua watu kiholela kinyume cha sheria. Nani hapo anatakiwa kuwajibika? Kwa ile jambo la kusema utoke, ujiuzuru, utajiuzuru kwa kusema ukweli ama kwa nini? Lazima mtu aseme, uzungumze ukweli wako pale.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, after CS for Public Service Justin Muturi's son was abducted by the National Intelligence Service, and after he made a plea to the president, who then called the Director General Nurdin Haji, who then saw his son released, things have gotten from bad to worse, because there's a group of government officials that claim that Justin Muturi should resign because he apparently criticized the government for having abducted his son and having perpetuated the abductions that saw a lot of Kenyan youth abducted and detained incommunicado. Now, Muturi says that he cannot resign, and this is where the difficulty begins. The president cannot fire the cabinet secretary for public service because the question will be, on what grounds? The cabinet secretary has not committed any crime that would warrant the president to fire him, or rather to dismiss him. Remember, it is not always a simple thing to dismiss a cabinet member. We are not living in the days of Moi whereby cabinet secretaries would just listen to the radio and hear that they have been fired. I'm sure the president is not happy about this development. I'm sure the president is not happy about what CS Muturi has been doing. He cannot fire the CS. At the same time, the CS says that he cannot resign, and he has written to the president to be excused from cabinet meetings until this matter of abductions is addressed at the cabinet level, which apparently is the highest levels of government. Now, President Ruto finds himself in a very dramatic situation. He does not like how the cabinet secretary has been conducting himself. Now, if the president decides to fire him, the president will appear to be a ruthless dictator who fires a cabinet secretary on the basis of disagreements. You know, if the president disagrees with you, then it means that you're going to be fired. So the president does not want to appear like he's a ruthless dictator who does not want a dissenting opinion. At the same time, the president does not wish to continue having this guy in cabinet. As former DP Rigathi Gachagua told us, nobody had the courage to disagree with the president, even during cabinet meetings. But you see, CS Muturi now has the courage to tell the president that, you know, I am not going to attend cabinet meetings until these matters of abductions are resolved. It is mandatory for a public servant, or rather for a cabinet secretary, to attend cabinet meetings scheduled by the president. But a cabinet secretary can only be excused when the president gives him the permission to do so, and he has already written to the president, which means the president has received the letter. The only option that the president is left with is to use his allies, the likes of Kimani Ichung'wah, of course now Junet Mohammed is now William Ruto's ally, to push CS Muturi to resign. CS Muturi is apparently not going to resign from what he has told us. Now, another reason why the president is finding it difficult to fire the CS is because Justin Muturi is from Mount Kenya, is from Embu. And you see, a lot of casualties have been registered in Mount Kenya, political casualties. Rigathi Gachagua has been impeached. Ndindi Nyoro has been removed as the chair of the Budget and Appropriations Committee in Parliament. Other Mount Kenya leaders are facing difficult time in Parliament by virtue of being associated with Rigathi Gachagua. If the president makes another mistake of firing Justin Muturi, then this will worsen the already worse political turmoil that exists between the president and the Mount Kenya region. And as we know, the president is expected to tour the region in the coming days, actually in the next 1 week or so, all into April. So this is going to put the president in a very awkward situation that he fires the CS, Rigathi Gachagua is impeached, Ndindi Nyoro is removed as chair of Budget and Appropriations Committee, and then the president goes to Mount Kenya to pretend to launch development projects. It's not going to sit well with the mountain. He's going to be heckled, noises are going to be made, and that tour is simply not going to bear fruit. So now there are people saying that Justin Muturi would just do the honorable thing, which is to resign, and I beg to disagree, because he has been appointed by the president to be the CS for public service. He has a job to do, and he has duties to execute or to delegate. Resigning, as he had previously said, would be an act of cowardice, and I do agree with it. He has a responsibility to call out the issues the way they are, to speak his truth, and die with his truth. If you go to a kitchen and you realize that the kitchen is too hot, it is your responsibility to put up with the kitchen. Ni jukumu lako kuvumilia zile majukumu ambazo umepewa na rais, and by extension the people of Kenya. At the end of the day, guys, this is just but my opinion. Do let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more informative content such as this. And if you're watching for the first time, please remember to check out my YouTube channel, and I guarantee you will be treated to a ton of recent content on politics, policy, and governance issues in our country. I am committed to informing, educating, and entertaining in a manner that mainstream media cannot. All right, guys, this is all that I had for you in this video. Let us meet up in the video that's coming right after this.